Hey guys, we have another monthly collab that's coming to the channel. I'm going to be doing a monthly collab with Miss Charlie from Sea Nut Butter, and I will have her linked in the description box below. Charlie does Get Ready With Me with a story time, which I love. Charlie is an affiliate for Copacetic, so she has so many swatch videos, and they are so pretty. She does a lot of different makeup looks on her channel, so I hope you welcome her, and I hope you enjoy the monthly collab. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. The collab that Charlie and I are going to be doing per month is the alphabet. So this is our first video, our first collab video, so we're starting with A. So we can use any palette that starts with an A. So I have the Ace Beaute, I have some ABH, and then I have a few other brands. But I decided to use Ace because that's what I love. I mean, I love ABH too, don't get me wrong. But I have more Ace, so I had more to choose from. And a palette that I have not used yet is the Ace Beaute Classical Paradise palette. Very pretty fall palette. So, of course, as usual, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But my eyelids are primed and prepped with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm just going to take this out just a little bit to get out of my way. I really should have washed my brushes, but I didn't. You know, if I'm doing a lot of work looks, which are a lot of like neutral looks, then I will use the same brush a couple of times. But I've done some dark looks, I've done some bright looks, I've done colorful looks lately, so none of them are usable. Alright, so I'm going to go into this shade right here called Hay. It is a shimmer, and I'm going to put that on the front part of my lid. And I am using a sponge applicator. Oh, there it is. It's like I couldn't find my little palette thing that I used to dab stuff off. You can probably hear Gracie over here making all kinds of noises, grunting and groaning. Oh, that's so pretty. I have not used this palette yet. I got this palette from the Boxy Drop Shop. 6 months ago? I don't even remember now. Maybe 6 months ago. And haven't used it yet. It was between this one and the Flare palette because I haven't used the Flare palette either. And I wanted to do something fall. It's a beautiful day outside. I almost didn't even put on my lighting because I have a south-facing window and it's ton of light, and it's a huge window. But just in case, there's like, because I know like the leaves and stuff make shadows and all that. So hopefully my lighting's good. Okay, I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to go into Harvest, which is right here. I wish these were a little bigger. I want them to be a little bigger. Like my flat brushes that I use are quite large, but I don't have to spray these. I mean, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna spray it. Well, I'm going to do it without spraying it, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah, I don't even really have to spray it. Oh, that's pretty. Yep, that's really pretty. I like it. I like it. Now I'm going to turn the brush over and blend those two together. I think I'm going to bring that out a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to bring that out a little bit more. More to the center of the lid. And almost to the outer corner. it looked more brown in the pan. All right, now I'm going to take this brush, and it is Round the Blend. Oh, this might be a Beauty Bay brush. I might have got this from Beauty Bay. And I'm going to go into this soil shade right here, and then probably the earth for my outer corner. I'm definitely going to go into the soil shade. Ooh, that's a little bit more red than I thought it was going to be. I'm just going to put that on the outer part of my lid. And I think that brush is a little too big for me to do that. I'm going to use it anyway. Yeah, I thought that was going to be a little darker. That's okay. We'll blend those two together. Because I'm going to bring in the darker brown, so. And my neighbors are mowing, so you can probably hear that too. I'm getting no fallout at all. Always a plus. Always a plus. Now I'm going to take a very small brush. This is a no it isn't, BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to go into this earth shade right here and put that in my very outer corner and deepen it up. And maybe I might even put it underneath my eye, at least on the outer part. This side's higher. These are so pigmented. So freaking pigmented. That's so pretty. I'm going to go back with this. That's not the right one. I'm going to go back with this flat brush, and I'm going to go back into that Harvest shade. I'm going to blend these two together. What are you doing, Gracie? Oh, look, guys, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. I love that. I love that. I am going to go back into that hay and blend these two guys right here. You guys, Charlie lives like an hour and 15 minutes away from me. Isn't that crazy? Yep. Yep, she lives west of me. You know, I was going to blend out that top line. But I really like it. I want you to get a little bit of fallout. Little bit. Not bad at all. Guys, am I going to blend it out? It's so pretty. I feel like I'm going to blend it out. You guys know how I do. I don't know what brush this is, but it's a clean brush. Okay, I'm going to go into this rye. I'm going to go into this rye shade right here. And I'm going to... I don't want to blend that out. I do, but I don't. I'm blending it out with the Barley shade, which is a light shimmer, and I'll show it to you in a minute because I'm going to use it in my inner corner. I'm kind of going in between the Rye and the Barley. The Rye is a matte, the Barley is a shimmer. Yeah, that's softened up a little bit. That's good. I like that. I didn't want such a harsh line, but I didn't want to lose that either. So pretty. Charlie's going to be in my area in January, so we're probably going to meet up then. She came to Columbus. I think it was winter, and it just didn't work out for us. But this time we're going to meet up if we don't do it beforehand, because we talked about meeting about halfway and having dinner, which would be fun. I'm going to take that Hay shade, that light pink that I used in my inner corner, and I'm going to put that, not my inner corner, but you know what I'm saying. Did that do anything? I mean, I can see it, but can you see it? Oh my god, this formula is so good. And this is supposedly their old formula? Was anything wrong with their old formula? I mean, their new formula is equally as beautiful, but there wasn't anything wrong with their old formula. I have several of their palettes that are their old formula. There's nothing wrong with them. I don't know what the deal is. Inner corner. You guys almost forgot to remind me. All right, I'm going to go into that Barley. This is Barley right here. And I'm going to use that as an inner corner shade. Oh, that's pretty. I've seen Ash use this palette so many times. And every time they use it, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get that out and use it. So today, we did that. So yes, moving forward, next month, December, will be B. You know, January will be C through our alphabet. If we come to a letter that we don't have a palette, then we can use shades, like a single shadow, or we can use a palette that has a shade in it that starts with that. I mean, otherwise you're just skipping it completely. And Charlie may have something that starts with a K, and I may not, or you know, whatever letter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and do liner, lashes, lips, but I'm gonna do at least liner, lashes on camera. How about that? I'm gonna tight line with the KVD Cake liner. I'm rationing this because when it's gone, it's gone. I might be able to find it on Poshmark or Mercari. I don't know, that usually goes one of two ways. They either, because it's discontinued, they freaking inflate the price so much it's ridiculous, or they're really cheap, so it just depends. I've bought palettes on there before that are discontinued that were like limited edition, and I found them cheap. My Naughty palette by BH, I think I found it on Poshmark, but I could have found it on Mercari. I don't know. I bought like 4 BH palettes, 2 from Poshmark, 2 from Mercari at the same time. I think I'm going to use this. This is the Araceli Ojos Perfectos. And this is in the Rose Quartz, Rose Gold shade. And I'm going to put that on my bottom waterline. It's kind of the same shade as that shadow. I never feel like that does anything. Like, seriously, I never feel like it makes a difference either way. And blend those together. Now I am going to go in with my Stila Huge Lash Mascara. Usually this time of day. My neighbor over here has grandkids. I think a couple of them live with him. Oh, live with them, I should say. He and his wife. But I think some of them visit. And they are outside playing and living their best life. But not today. And then I'm going to go in with my ABH Lash Brag. This is getting a little goopy. It's okay because it's almost time to go in the trash anyway. At the end of this month, this is my second one. And I freaking love it. I got them both in a Busy Beauty box. I'm only going to do one coat of that. Now, what are we doing for lips? Are we doing dark? Are we doing... Oh, I have the perfect lip. I wonder which liner will look the best. Let's do the... Okay. I'm going to use the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Liner in Magnificent Mauve. Gracie, quit licking. Thank you. She washes her hands all the time. And I can't stand that repetitive sound. I just can't. And it's not good for him anyway. And now I'm going to use my Hourglass Confessions lipstick in the shade I Cherish. It is a refillable. I got this in friend mail from Leanna Dalton. I think you guys have seen that video. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, that feels so nice. That feels really nice. I've never had an Hourglass product before. Yikes. Oh, that's pretty. I'm not even going to put a gloss over it. It has a beautiful satiny finish. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Okay, real quickly, I'm going to show you what I used on the rest of my face. I used the It Cosmetics CC Cream. This is medium regular, light medium illuminating. I used my Maracuja Miracle Mist. I did not use a powder. I didn't even do a powder contour, but I did use my Milani bronzer in Dolce. Oh, now Anthony's got to take me out to eat. Oh, I hear the kids. In Dolce and e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Rosy. I love this blush. I do. And I used a little bit of a highlighter. I used the Wet n Wild You Glow Girl. And it is, how am I ever going to be able to tell when that's, I feel like it's almost gone. I love this highlighter. It's a loose highlighter, obvi. That is what I used on my face. You guys, we are going to be doing this the second Saturday of every month. So stay tuned for that. And I want to thank Charlie for approaching me for a collab. Putting out the idea of the monthly A through Z collab. I think that's a fun idea. So fun. And it's going to be a little daunting when I get to, I think I have a couple of letters that don't have a palette. So I'll have to be scanning singles or shade names or whatever. So thank you so much, Charlie. This was fun. I love that I actually got to use this palette, or that I thought to use this palette. And you guys, thanks so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to check out Charlie's video, which will be linked in the description box below, as well as a link to her channel. I hope you enjoy her as much as I do. You guys, until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.